Today I'm going to be showing you the cake that I baked for Thanksgiving. This is my brown sugar cake filled with a blackberry compote, vanilla bean frosting, and then covered in a spiced buttercream frosting. And then it's also topped with these caramel shards. The day before Thanksgiving, I made the cake itself, and it uses only brown sugar, but also a mix of butter and oil, which I've started preferring for my cakes, especially because it makes it nice and moist days after. This is my first time making a cake in a baking sheet, so I was really excited to try something new for myself. Once that was spread evenly in the pan, I got it in the oven, and then once that was fully baked, I then let it cool for the day. Blackberry Compote is super easy, and I rarely measure anything for compotes and jams, and since I didn't have lemons this time around, I used orange zest and juice. The frostings for the filling were a vanilla bean and then a maple cream cheese, which I made in advance and then got in the fridge overnight. And since the cake was 16 inches long, I cut the pieces into 4-inch pieces. It's super important to make sure that your cakes are fully cool before you start on this next step. I piped a border around and then added the compote and continued stacking over and over again. And then for the crumb coat of the cake, I used that maple cream cheese frosting that I had made earlier. And then I wrapped the cake up really nicely and placed it in the fridge overnight. The next day, I made caramel shards with just sugar and water. So we can see that after it's darkened a little bit in the pot and it continued darkening more and more, I got it in an even layer. I then let it set and then broke the pieces up. The last part was the spiced buttercream frosting, so to my normal buttercream frosting I added some cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. I spread that all over the cake, and then using an offset spatula, I got some designs on the sides. I added some of the shards on top, and then that was it. The cake was super moist, and I loved the frosting. My family was really happy too, which is always great. I'll be sure to have the recipe posted on my newsletter soon, so I hope you do give this one a try.